Welcome in, everybody. It is Mother's Day week, getting ready for taking Mama out this weekend. If you don't have reservations, you might not get reservations, or you might just go like a lot of people and just stand in line at Monell's because ain't nobody don't love Monell's, but they don't take reservations. Oh, I hope that you guys are ready for a good Waggin Tails Wednesday because there are police officers that have fur. Did you know that? Our Tennessee Department of Corrections has got an incredible canine unit, and we're going to start our show with a story that comes from us from the state of Tennessee's Department of Corrections about the dogs that they train to become police officers.
Typical day, wake up, take care of him, that's first and foremost. Get in the car, listen to him bark all the way to, wherever we go. Our dogs they're really acclimated to long hours. They're really high stamina. So they're used to working long days. Typical weekend is 100, 200 cars, maybe more. So typical week, 600-700 sales. So
it's like they always say, when you find the job you love, you don't ever go to work. I don't come to work every day because I get to enjoy watching my dog work and play with my dog and have that bond.
These dogs are our kids, honestly. You get in the car, they're with you. You go home, they're with you. Every single day. You travel, they're with you. Go to your motel, they're with you. They're with you everywhere we go. So, as far as the bond goes, we spend more time with them when we do our wife and kids, so because we're constantly, 24/7 we're on call.
It started with the legislature appropriating the money for the canine program. That money also included positions, 6 positions, corporal positions, 6 canines, and vehicles eventually. And so now we're in the 12th year. We've expanded from 6 to 8. They need to know where their tax dollars are going. So we want to show them that this is a great program and the dogs are hardworking and worth every effort we've made to train them and keep them healthy.
I'm the certified trainer for the department. We do all of our in-house training. We train our own dogs. I certify our dogs through a 10-week program. We don't have to depend on no outside agencies. It don't cost us no extra money. He's a tool, just like you take a tool out of a toolbox. He's a tool. He goes inside of an institution. He could care less about all these people running around or whatever.
Drugs and money those two things are the driving force of violence. So if you can deter those types of things coming in, then you cut down on your violence.
Our job is to remove the contraband, and people don't realize how dangerous drugs actually are within the facility, but people who are on drugs, they're a different person, and they've got a different form of strength. And so whenever they're on those drugs and they become violent, it's an issue for the officers that are behind the walls working with them every day. And so us as handlers, if we can come in and use the tools that are provided to us to remove that contraband, then it makes them safer as well as makes us safer.
Within 10 seconds we can go in and tell you if there's drugs in there, if there has been, where they're at normally, and where it would take, a team of officers to go in. It would take them 10, 20 minutes to go in and find what we can find in just a matter of a few seconds.
It's amazing to watch a dog work and pinpoint an item of contraband. I would say these dogs are second to none. THP, Tennessee Highway Patrol, they do a lot of patrolling, targeting. They kind of know what they're looking for a lot of times. Their dogs are finding large amounts of stuff because that's what you have on the roads. Where in the facilities, there's little smaller amounts. So the dogs are so good at finding just small amounts of things. It's amazing. With all the odors that you find inside a cell, a prison cell.
The inmates or the staff knows he's got one point of objective, and that's going to find something. And if it's in there, our dogs will find it.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, that's a good boy.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
It's time for Kids Corner, and for that, we're going to go to the Nashville Zoo. Coming up in Portland, Tennessee, where we have the Portland Sun, is the Strawberry Festival. And are you ready for all things strawberry? Keep it tuned right here, because Kids Corner is next.
It's the 82nd Annual Middle Tennessee Strawberry Festival, May 12th and 13th. Carnival rides at Richland Park, fun for all Friday with fireworks after the concert and 80s, 90s cover band Rubik's Groove. Main festival Saturday and the Strawberry Parade. For the full schedule, visit middletnstrawberryfestival.com.
But I told my wife, just because we're leaving the cowboy area, I'm not going to quit cowboying.
Mike McKinley and his wife Connie have spent the majority of their life cowboying in Texas.
It means a lot to us. Me and my husband love it. It's just, you don't find it around here, and we did it so much in Texas and in Oklahoma, and it's a way of life.
Now that they live in Kentucky, close to Mike's parents, they want to bring that Western way of life to the Bluegrass State. That's why they decided to host what's called Cowboy Camp.
I think people really at heart would love to do it more. Life, it's not an everyday thing for everybody. So if we can give it to them for just, a weekend, little piece of something, in this day and age, to give back to people is what we're all about,
For Shelby Wright, a full-time seed salesperson, part-time cowgirl, there's nothing like it.
The Western way of life has just been something that I found very passionate at a young age. I was one of those girls that could ride before that could walk, so horses have always been a big interest of mine, and of course cattle. The production of cattle is just something I've always found extremely interesting.
The McKinleys partnered with John Roberts of Roberts Cattle Company. Roberts was more than happy to open up his ranch in Knoxville, Kentucky, to help educate others about what it takes to maintain and sustain a beef cattle operation.
See, experience everything, what really goes on from start to finish of castration, vaccination, worming, and just hands-on everything for everybody just to have fun and enjoyment.
You're not milking a cow.
And yes, he said castration. It's all part of a cattle operation. And Tess Tharp, a nurse from Corinth, Kentucky, jumped in and took the bull by not the horns.
We put them in the bucket for later.
Later for what?
For the Rocky Mountain Oyster Feast. The baby one, the mini version.
And yes, they really did fry them up, and they become what's known as Rocky Mountain oysters. So from the outdoor cooking, complete with a whole roasted pig, to a cattle drive, and even cowboy church on Sunday morning, there's no rule that says the Western way of life can't take place east of the Mississippi River.
We just want to pass it on to the younger generations and teach people and teach them how all this works.
That's in Kentucky. So if you're looking for something fun and maybe you want to go to a dude ranch, but you don't have the money to go all the way out to Wyoming, well, I guess what? You can just drive across the border into Kentucky. Thank you, Tammi Arender from RFD's Market Report, for that coverage. I love her. She sent pictures, and she was covering that story she had a gimbal, which is the holder for your cell phone, a stabilizer, and she had her cell phone out there, and she was on horseback getting that story. I just love it. Absolutely love it. You can see her every day at RFD TV. That's our Kids Corner, brought to you by the Nashville Zoo. Our Nashville Soccer Club has some really fun things coming up. I wanted to share a little bit. Do you know about our Nashville Soccer Club? I don't know a lot about it, but man, do they make things look interesting.
On April 22nd, the boys in gold here in Nashville will wear these kits as they take on LAFC at Geodis Park to raise awareness for clean energy and sustainability. Supporting sustained clean energy initiatives here at NSC is hugely important, and there's no better partner to do that with than with the Cumberland River Compact.
The Cumberland River Compact is really excited to have youth climate action projects all across Nashville that are funded by Nashville SC. And so these projects are making an impact on climate change in the local community. The Youth Climate Action Project grants are a great opportunity for us to really just put the funding and resources into the hands of students. They're always energized to make a difference in their community for sustainability, and this project is helping make that happen.
Nearly $1,000 were donated by the Nashville Soccer Club to help us restore this greenhouse, and they have helped enormously. So with that money, we're now able to buy new tools, new equipment, and 5 new garden beds that we're going to be implementing in the next few weeks. Like every day, our staff members and teachers and students walk out of the school from that exit right over there, and they see that this greenhouse just deteriorates every single year as school goes by. And we've seen that and we've noticed that, and we've decided that this is a great opportunity to fix something in our school that once was like a center of this school. And it's really been a great journey, and there's a lot to go, but we've been doing some great work out here.
It's actually very important. It's a big part of the community. Usually, like where we are at low-income area, we don't have a lot of healthy options. So I feel like getting our fruits and vegetables from local places would be a great thing. In a year, I would hope that the greenhouse is fixed, we are growing some stuff inside of there like wildflowers, maybe some corn, some stuff like that. And out here growing some fruits and vegetables. And I would hope that we would be distributing to local communities. We have a couple of neighborhoods around here. I would hope that we could like do a drive and get some people here to get some of our stuff.
If you see anything wrong with your community or anything that needs changing, like this greenhouse behind me, get a few friends, get a few family members, a few community members, and go out there and fix it, you know? You don't need a lot of money. You don't need any money at all sometimes. Just that community work and community engagement is enough to get a lot of things done.
I love the Nashville Soccer Club and how they are entrenching in the community. But I love what that guy said from the Cumberland Pack. It's you don't have to have a lot of money to volunteer. You just need to give your time and find something that you love. Find an organization that you can get behind and give some of your time. And you always have more time than you think. You always do. And when you give up some of your personal time to volunteer and help an organization, man, it goes a long way. I'll tell you who's been volunteering and being behind a lot of community activities for a long, long time is our Mid-South Exteriors family, and they bring us our daily yummy.
Hi, I'm Brenda Fielder. At Mid-South Exteriors, our custom sunrooms bring the sunshine in without all the heat and the bugs. And they keep you warm all winter while you enjoy the outdoors all year round. They add real value because we build them like your house to match your house. Or let us save you energy by replacing your windows and old siding. And because we have no retail overhead, we come to you and sell direct to you for less. Call us at 833-8003 or visit us at MidSouthExteriors.com.
That is some homemade tomato basil soup. It's about to be tomato season. Now is the time to get those tomato plants in the ground. May is the time for Tennessee, for our zone, to put those tomato plants in. Hopefully, if you wanted to start seeds, you're a little late, but you can still do it, but a little behind the 8 ball on that. But get them in the ground, and when they start coming in, fresh homemade tomato soup. And the key to that, Chef Chris from Black Diamond Culinary submitted that video, and it's the immersion blender to get those soups where everything is pureed perfectly and you want that good taste, that's what you use. And it's immersion blender, and it works so great in there with the fresh basil that's coming in and that tomato, little garni with some Parmesan. Oh, so good. You don't even need the cheese, but just puree all that in there together. It's so good. And you don't have to put it in a separate blender. You just do it right there in the pot with those wonderful little, if you don't have one of those, that's a good tool to have in the kitchen. You know, I've heard a lot about the game pickleball, and there was recently in Gallatin, Tennessee, a pickleball tournament that people came from all around to participate.
Dinkville.
Yep, Dinkville. Number one pickleball community. We got 2,000 people all around Tennessee. Just get on there, connect. If you want to play pickleball, it's where you go for beginners, advanced. Just find people to play with. Yeah, pickleball is the only sport that I know of where men, women, old, young, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a sport for everyone, and everyone can play together. And it's a great community sport. You meet a lot of great people, and that's what's the best that comes with it. And you know, I met a lot of my friends here in Tennessee just through pickleball. Yeah, so we put on our first charity event, Wishful Dinking. We got 72 teams signed up today to come play. We got men's, women's mix, all levels from beginners to advanced. So if you want to jump in and play, you know, Dinkville's the place to do it. And then we also have a pro celebrity event coming up on May 9th, kind of top off the charity event. But all the proceeds are going to go to Make-A-Wish Middle Tennessee.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
The Nashville Sounds will have a whole lot of fun stuff for Mother's Day weekend. Check out NashvilleSounds.com. It's time for our Daily Giggle, brought to us by our friends at 50 Forward, 50forward.org, with all sorts of activities for people my age and older, whether it's travel, shopping, plays, a place to gather to eat. It's just a fun organization that provides social for people who still want to be social. I mean, come on. You don't stop wanting to have a community of people. And that's what they provide every day at 50 Forward. And they want to make sure that our health is registered in the All of Us research program. Let me tell you a little bit about this. To know that our needs are different, we need to have our all of our stats put into the Join All of Us research program by the National Institute of Health. It's free. You do not have to have insurance. Let me tell you this story.
Sharing your health story matters.
I knew since I was 5 years old that I wanted to be a nurse. I equated it to helping people and making them feel better. I am gently retired, but even though I'm not at the bedside, I'm able to do just as much work in the community. I've been fortunate to participate in All of Us.
Joining the All of Us research program means contributing to research that may help people of different backgrounds.
I received DNA genetic profiling that showed that my body metabolizes medicine slower than average. Now I had proof of what I've known about myself all along that are specific to me, to my genes. I'm sharing my story because if I can make a difference, then I'm all in.
Share your health stories today and help guide the discoveries of tomorrow. Learn more at joinallofus.org.
What'd you do?
Wouldn't they know? They know that guilty look. You know what you never see on a cat? That look. It's like, yeah, I did it. The cat goes, I did it. Now I'll do it again. Leave me alone. I'll do it again. How about that, Elizabeth? Cats will tell you right off, I feel no guilt at all. Perry Armstrong is with us today. Elizabeth, I'm glad you like that soup recipe. Johnny Vinokur joining us. And of course, Mona, my ride or die. If you guys got a company and you want to talk about that company on this program, you want some branded content, you just let me know. And you get in touch with Miss Mona Bagsby, and she will put you in touch with me, and we will make it happen. And telling your story. I didn't even know about this company and know what they did. And here they are. You ever tried to hang lights in your backyard? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't hang them on my house. Every time I do it, I've got this big spider knot of stuff trying to plug stuff in. And I know I don't have the right kind of cords. I know I am electric disaster waiting to happen. So that's why these people are so important to me.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Southern Nights, I didn't even know, and they're in the Clarksville area, I do believe, but you can reach out to them just by calling that number, Southern Nights. Pretty cool, huh? Our friends at Two Rivers Ford bring us our motivation moment today, and I think you're absolutely going to love it. These people doing just work from their hearts. The Citizens of the Month last month, Jesus Provisions Ministry. You're going to love this story. Tell us a little bit about why Two Rivers Ford wanted to get involved in honoring a citizen doing amazing things.
Well, the Mount Juliet community is a special community, and we know it, and we see it all the time. We have customers that are teachers and volunteers, so we have the new Two Rivers Ford Park, or the naming rights to the Two Rivers Ford Park in the Mount Juliet League, and we just thought, how awesome would it be just to pick a citizen every month and spotlight them, put them on the board, just celebrate the wonderful people in our community.
Well, if there's ever a time when we needed that, it's now. So thank you for all you're doing to promote being a great community here in Mount Juliet.
Absolutely.
I'll start out and tell you I had a dream of feeding 1,000 people in my driveway pancakes. And I'll let my wife finish the story.
So he wakes me up in the middle of the night, says we're going to feed thousands of people, and I thought, oh goodness gracious. So sure enough, we decided we were going to start this ministry. I didn't know where this dream was coming from, but he kept bringing that dream up. And so in September of 2019, we started Jesus Provisions, and then in March of 2020, the community was hit by the tornado. And so one of the things was they were asking where can they drop off donations, and Fox 17 said, hey, you can drop them off at Jesus Provisions. And we were new to the community, so I was like, oh wow, this is great. You know, we're getting publicized, we're going to get help, because we were out being the boots on the ground for the tornado victims. And so sure enough, this Boy Scouts of America come and they back up a trailer into our driveway, and they open up the trailer, and the very first thing that we saw was a ton of pancake mix. And it was huge bags of pancake mix. We got
pictures of it too. It's amazing.
And he was like, there's my dream. And then from there, of course, COVID hit. And so between the tornado and COVID, we started feeding hundreds of people. Because Jesus provides, so Jesus Provisions, and we were just really going to go out on a leap of faith and know that he was going to provide for what we were thinking we wanted to do. And so that's where we came up with Jesus Provision Ministries.
Everything that is in that care center food-wise is monitored.
So it's not, oh, we just shove it in there and we give it to people.
They get eggs, they get milk. You know, I want them to have what I have.
Right.
And that's my philosophy, and I told her we're going to stay with that. Even when eggs went way up, we still do it.
When we go downtown, we would like to see more volunteers there, but a lot of people are like, well, I have my church already, I want to go to that church. So, and I can understand that, but if you're sitting on your couch on a Sunday morning wanting to know what to do, we would love to have you on Sunday morning downtown with us. It's a great and humbling experience. And then also donations with the economic impact right now. Donations are very low, and so that's a struggle because none of us get paid for what we do at all. Every bit of the money that we get into the accounts go right back into our community.
If you put your hand on the Bible as a minister, what's the thing that sends you out?
Go ye all into the world, teaching and preaching the gospel to every creature. It don't matter what town, what state, what color you are. I'm going to tell you, Jesus loves you.
My mama would say, you gotta fight for what is right. To her I would say, I wanna give back the world some light. But it's an empty road, I feel so alone, I forgot what I'm fighting for. When the weight of the world keeps you up at night, when you're running with no end in sight, thought you would never find the light you lost inside, that you could find with Christ. You wanna change the world, but you don't know where you should start. If you're one with Christ.
Woo, I love what they're doing. Jesus Provisions Ministry. Follow them on Facebook and keep up with us, because the Two Rivers Citizen of the Month is every month. You can nominate somebody in the Wilson County community. If that's your burg, you let us know. And you don't have to be from there to nominate somebody from there. Maybe you know somebody doing amazing good work. Just let them know, and you go to that ball field, you'll see their name for an entire month. And thank you to all the folks at Jesus Provisions Ministries for all that you do. Thank you guys for listening today. Got lots of stuff. Oh, I know. So many feels in that one. And it's true. It starts by feeding people. And the dream, I love you. Had the dream of pancakes. And look what God can do just by taking a dream and moving forward. Y'all have a great day out there. The weather's good, so get out and get some organic vitamin D and be safe, be kind to each other, and remember, most of all, you are loved. Have a great rest of your day.
We are home, we are family, we are things to do and places to see. Mom and pops, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your Main Street today.